Welcome, everyone, to the Alex Hitchins Show, place where we have real talk, straight talk, no fluff. I'll need to lay it down as it is. Because today, there are too many people out there telling you what you want to hear, telling you things that create enough controversy to get clicks, but not giving you what you need to grow and to be the best you can be. This show has two parts because it talks about women in relationships, it talks about men in relationships. Okay? And all based on my book. The first book I wrote was called Finding Yourself Before Finding Him. It's about empowering women to be the best they can be to attract a high valued man. The second book, Becoming the Leader, Father, and Husband, is about men learning how to build their value so they in turn can attract a woman of stability and, of course, high value as well. So when I say high value woman, I'm not talking about the boss babe. I'm not talking the one that talking about I don't need no man. I am not referring to those type of women. Okay? I'm talking about a woman who understands her role as a woman, who wants to nurture her husband, stand behind her husband, build with her husband, and stay for the long haul. Ride or die partner who's going to be there. That's what we're talking about. And high value men looking at. So let me start off by saying this. This is something that most people are not going to say out loud. Okay? I'm going to say it to the point. A lot of women are focused on finding the right men. They are. They want to find this Mr. Right, the high value. They're looking, and some are actively seeking hard. The difficulty is they never take the time to become the right woman. Okay? And the right woman is wife material. And because they're not focusing on that, that's where this whole search and this whole relationship thing falls apart. Okay? I address this in my book. Book I wrote, Finding Yourself Before Finding Him. The truth is, you don't attract what you want. Let me say it again. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. That's right. You attract what you are. And a lot of times, if a woman has not found who she is or developed where she's supposed to be, and she goes by social media, she goes by TV shows, romance novels, Disney TV shows, things that feel good and the fairy tale is nice, and she starts making decisions based on how she feels. And that's not good. You see, you have to understand this. If you don't understand yourself as a woman, you don't understand your own standards, or you don't have any, or haven't built any, you don't understand boundaries, because boundaries are not walls to keep people out. It's to let the right person in. Okay, if you don't have any boundaries and you have value, women need to know their value, and your value is a limited time. It's not forever. You have to know the time span your value is at its highest peak, and that's when you look for that man who is looking for you at that time. Don't let the feminists tell you lies like, oh, you can go sleep around and do all these things. And truth of the matter is, every time a woman sleeps with a certain amount of men, her value decreases. As she gets older, her value is also decreasing. Put those two together, and you get an old, used woman that know how valued man is going to want. And for some cases, even the average guy doesn't want. Okay? When you don't know who you are, then you start going by how you feel. You're going by the attention. That's right. You get attention. Oh, you love it. Women love attention. Tons of attention. You go by validation when you go in that place. Do I look pretty? And women are putting videos out there asking, do they look good? They want validation. And that's okay. I'm not stopping you from that. But those things are not what's going to attract a high valued man. And because you're doing your decision making by how you feel and who validates you, okay, you fall into situations that are not good. They look good in the beginning, but they always fall apart later. And because of that, Women just have a hard time. Reality, reality, ladies, reality is this, okay? A high valued man isn't looking for someone who is still trying to figure out who she is, or somebody who spends her time on social media to get validation, because he will not share his time with that. Okay? He's not going to perform. All right? He's not looking for somebody who's been sleeping around and figure, oh, okay, time to settle down now that I'm used up. He doesn't want that either. He wants a woman that's disciplined, self aware, has her standards set and will not negotiate, and knows her own value as a woman. He's looking for that. And he will gladly court that, marry that, and give his life to that type of woman. That's right. That's how high value men are. They're looking for wife material that can submit. That's right, submit, be submissive, be the female, bring him peace. Oh, yeah, peace. People forget that. Women who bring chaos and drama and disrespect will never get the high valued man. All right? So I tell you this, before you start looking for this great guy, before you start searching the internet and the world and dating sites for this high valued man, take the time to find yourself first. You need to find out who you are. You need to figure out what you're all about. And once you've got that laid down and structured, then the high valued man, he's going to see this, because this stuff is going to ooze out of who you are. You can't pretend that. If you are secure in who you are, that's can be seen across the room. So you don't have to pretend that. Okay? So if you are serious about changing how you date and who you attract, keep tuning in, because we're going to have more things about this on this show and so much more to talk about. Because another thing I have to talk about is chemistry versus compatibility. That's right. Chemistry versus compatibility is a problem we have, because a lot of women are chasing the wrong man. Women pick up the wrong guy because they're so influenced by how he makes her feel. Oh, he makes me laugh. And that's not going to work. Okay? Can't do it. So when it comes to compatibility, you have to look at it like this. All right? We have to make it work between the two of you. And how you make it work? Knowing the difference. Okay? Compatibility and chemistry are two different things. A lot of people are choosing their relationships based on chemistry, and then they wonder why it falls apart. The problem is they never learned the difference. Here's my point. Chemistry is attraction. I mean, it's exciting. You need the butterflies in your stomach. He instantly pulls you. Everything about you just drawn to him. That's cool. That feels good. Compatibility is different. Compatibility is the alignment you have with this person. How are you aligned? Are your values aligned? Is your direction in the future aligned? Are your mindsets the same? Are your discipline the same? I mean, these are things that actually last. And most people don't notice it until too late. Example, a woman meets a man and the chemistry is strong. He makes her laugh. He texts her all day. He makes her feel wanted. And most women want to feel wanted. We know that. But when you really look at him, his values are different from yours. His direction, how he sees things, is not the same as yours. And what he wants out of life is totally different from what you want. The chemistry is there, but the compatibility is not. That's why a lot of women, a lot of people get excited in the beginning and disappointed at the end, because at the end they start the battle doesn't work. So here's how it works, okay? The chemistry can pull you in, but compatibility is what helps relationships stand. If you do not know the difference, you will keep choosing people who make you feel good in the moment, but are wrong for you in the future. And I tell you what, that alone is the crux of a lot of relationship issues. Women are drawn in by the chemistry. He's so fun. Oh, he's got this, he's got that, and yada yada. They look for all of the wrong things. And the compatibility is not there. And they'll pick up a guy based on these things and have a child with this man because of those things. And here's the bad part. Once you have a child with this man and you're now a single mother, your ability to attract a high valued man is now over. Because high valued men do not deal with single mothers. We handle that in our next show.